It's 7:45 in the evening and we're off hunting for chaga. I found a perfect tree. Let's go and take a closer look.
I don't know how you get it on.
Yeah, that's it. Just use the rock as a hammer. Yep. Yo. Look at the inside of that. So this is chaga, and this is actually a sclerotia, or the mycelial mass of the chaga fungus. The fungus doesn't actually mature for decades, and it doesn't start to release its spores until the tree dies. You can see that chaga is incredibly hard to harvest, and that is because it is super tough. Chaga actually contains a mix of fungal tissue and wood. Most of the goodness of chaga actually comes from the birch tree. It absorbs nutrients and compounds as the tree grows, and when we harvest it, we're actually getting a bit of a mixture of the beneficial compounds from the fungus and the nutrients from the tree. Chaga does contain quite a lot of its own unique bioactive compounds itself, so betulinic acid is one. Betulinic acid is derived from betulin, which is found within the bark, and chaga basically digests that or creates kind of like a chemical conversion which makes betulinic acid, and that is just making it essentially a more bioavailable form for us. Chaga also contains polysaccharides and melanin, so as I turn this around you'll see the kind of really dark black coating on the outside, and that is where the melanin is concentrated. Whilst this black outer part of the chaga contains more of the woody material from the birch bark, the inside corky orange part of the fungus is primarily the fungal mycelium, and this interior is the part that's rich in polysaccharides and triterpenoids, and this is actually what makes it the most potent or medicinal part of the mushroom. A lot of places that I see talking about chaga actually state that it's the black outer part that should be used as a tea, but a lot of the studies, or a majority of the studies that I've read, have said that it's actually the corky orange interior of the mushroom that is actually the most medicinally valued part of the fungus. Well, hopefully your knife's not too fucked.
I don't care about it. It's probably my most used one.
Right, we're just having a little lunch stop back at the van, and I've come to pick up the axe as well because that knife wasn't really cutting it. Look at this huge tinder fungus. Gosh, the floor's so soft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here is the chaga. You can see where we've cut it off. We've come better prepared this time, haven't we? With an axe and a hammer. It can take anywhere between 5 to 20 years for a conch of chaga to be visible after it's infected a tree. And chaga is a parasitic fungus. It slowly feeds off of the tree's nutrients and weakens its structural integrity over time. And this gradual process can take anywhere between 10 to 40 years or more before the tree actually succumbs and dies. It depends on the tree's health and its size and the environmental factors as well. Some people think that there might actually be a beneficial symbiotic relationship with the chaga and the birch tree, but most studies do show that it's primarily parasitic. It feeds off of the nutrients of the birch tree and gradually weakens it over time. It can actually help trees in some respect in the way that they can help to seal wounds. So for example, chaga usually does form kind of like a scab over infected limbs or on injuries and things like that. It's pretty possible that chaga could be doing that as kind of like a self-preservation technique to stop any other fungal infection from getting in and taking over. So that was a much quicker operation than before because we actually had the right tools, but Chris managed to knock off quite a few big chunks actually. So I'm pretty impressed with that. We've got quite a lot of chaga. I just can't believe how lucky we were to have this size conch down at a height that's harvestable, because there is quite a few conchs up on this tree higher up that are just way out of reach for us. And yeah, I just can't believe that this one was of this size. It's always good practice to leave about 15 to 20% of a chaga conch left on the tree, and make sure you never cut into the tree itself as well. After harvesting, the remaining chaga conch can actually regenerate itself by continuing to grow from the fungal mycelium that's actually embedded within the tree. So this mycelium, which is active, draws nutrients from the birch tree and slowly produces new sclerotium, allowing the conch to regrow if a portion of it has been left intact. There.
Wow.
And that was a successful mission. We got quite a bit of chaga, and I think I've just spied some more. Is that some more over on that little baby tree there? We keep spying little clumps of black masses on the birch trees in this wood, and I think if we did have a proper good scout, I think we might find quite a bit more. Seems quite a fruitful woods. What's that?
I think they're cutting most of them down anyway.
Yeah, a lot of them have been marked, so it looks like some of them are getting cut down. So you're not causing any damage to the tree by taking it, but you are obviously taking it from the wildlife and other people, so it is best practice to leave some. Is it?
Sure it is. It's got to be. It's got to be right. You see all the holes on the side from the woodpeckers?
Yeah.
It's definitely in there, isn't it?
Yeah, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.